We are back in business with another video. So today I wanted to go over the weeks a little bit, not too much. I kind of deleted a lot of the screenshots that I was doing with the alerts. A lot of the plays that we've been playing for like the past 2 weeks, and mind you, the community is real small. But a lot of the plays that we've been doing is a lot of QQQs, been making profit on that. This week, it was kind of mixed. Did some NVIDIAs, SPX, and mainly just QQQs. Futures, I do a lot of that during after hours, so I don't really post too much about it, being that the community is small. But yeah, overall market was pretty cool. QQQ is showing a lot of strength, with QQQ dropping down to the 485, and then jumping back up to 500. So I thought that was pretty cool. So it made its way. If you guys remember, QQQ made all-time highs at 503. Had a huge resistance over the past 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So got back up to 500, and then made a huge dump to end the day for Friday. 500 down to 495. So I thought that was cool. I didn't call it that one. Kind of fell asleep. Day job 9 to 5, like most of us. But yeah, the goal is to beat the market and continue to have more wins, more plays. Trade wise, we don't control the market. All we can do is participate and just try to make money, try to make hits based on how we see it. So, but overall, a lot of alerts. If you guys want to get access to that, link will be in the description. Check that out. Super active on my alerts. And if you guys want to trade like me, my indicator is in the shop as well too, so check that out. One of the stocks that I wanted to point out, I would say, mind you too, okay, so 2024 is about to come to a close. We're inching up on Q4. So, and then two, the elections getting ready to close up, I think, in the next 12 days. So that's another story that I'm gonna touch on later on in the video. But right now, one of the biggest things that, as retail investors, you want to keep track of is, how do you want to end the rest of the year, right? Some people probably have been struggling for the whole entire year. So you want to just kind of think of what are some bangers that, you can kind of be a part of, whether you're just investing or whether you're going to be trading options. Tesla just did their earnings. That was a super banger. It went from 212 all the way to 269 on earnings. So Tesla killed it. I believe the earnings was at 4.2, and I think the actual was at 7 cents. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. And yeah, Elon Musk has been in this bag as well too on X, and just kind of doing his campaigning, bro. And again, as a Tesla investor, Tesla enthusiast for the future, that's another video that I definitely want to drop, and kind of like my analytical opinion on where I see Tesla going. I don't care too much about Elon Musk's political view and what he says on Twitter, as long as what he's saying is not, how should I say it? It's not affecting Tesla as a whole, right? So his comments and his political views, that's just him exercising the First Amendment, which everybody has access to if you live in America. So freedom of speech, bro. And a lot of stuff that he says is actually true. I don't think that it's, any, far left or anything like that. It's common sense. That's one of the reasons why I like Andrew Tate. He actually speaks common sense. But yeah, so Tesla, that was a play that, if you guys didn't catch that, it did pretty good. 212 all the way to 269. NVIDIA is another one that you definitely want to keep your eyes on. And most importantly, one of the bangers that I want to just throw out, keep your eyes on GME, bro. I'm not going to dive too much into the technicals of it, but On the alerts, I'll probably dive a lot more deeper into my analysis. So if you guys want to get information on that, subscribe to that, and I'll kind of, you know, drop my analysis on GME. But GME definitely, again, Christmas is coming up. It's a lot of different things that are just hitting the market. We got elections, war, closing up for holidays. So it's going to be a lot of major days where money is going to be shifted, stocks is going to be shifted, price action is going to be shifted. You know, so if you're a day trader, this is, you know, pretty much where your skill set is going to have to come in at. But yeah, so GME, keep your eyes on that. Right now it's trading at $20. Next 5 years, we look back on this video, we'll be like, damn, GME was actually at $20. But keep your eyes on GME. That is a play that I feel like will do something. AMC, not so sure. Let's check them out right quick. AMC, not so, well, I don't know. Right now it's trading at 432. So keep your eyes on the meme stocks coming into 2025. And just to touch on the elections as well too. It's super crazy. You got Kamala Harris saying some bold, crazy statements like, you know, calling Trump Hitler. You know, I look at a lot of content. I view it. You know what I mean? I spend a decent amount of time on social media just kind of watching stuff. And bruh, like she is a wild lady. And I understand that she's a puppet, right? So they're telling her what to say and how to say it. And I think that that's a lot of influence with Barack Obama. Yeah, she's super crazy, bro. The statements that she makes is like, I don't know. She's not a smart person. And that tells me that if she's ever running the country, there will not be any smart decisions, which I believe that with no smart decision making, there's severe consequences, you know, for a country. So in my opinion, I lean more towards common sense. Like I've said in plenty of these videos, it's a common sense thing. You go with a person who actually has a track record of winning, which is Trump. And, you know, within 12 days, they're already pausing, you know, counts of ballots, finding ballots in the woods, people getting arrested for throwing away ballots. So it's crazy. And one of the things too, like you guys want to take note of in the news is that, you know, when they're talking about they're catching fraud with the ballots, you got to ask yourself, okay, who's having the fraud? Is it Trump or is it Harris? And then, you know, back in 2020, as we remember, you know, you would probably take a stab at it and say it was fraud against Trump. But again, it's just going with common sense. And then you have everybody, all these celebrities that are coming out, and this is the crazy thing. You had Eminem, you had, and check this video out too, with Usher. And my opinion on this Usher thing, being that I look like the dude, right? And just a long history of being told that I look like dude, you know, over 1 million times. And to hear him, you know, endorse Kamala is like, bro, you making me look bad. You making me look bad. You know what I mean? I don't know how to sing, but you're making me look bad. It's just crazy, man. So, you know, and then you got the whole Diddy thing that's coming out, and that just, I don't know, a lot of people, so you got the Epstein list and then you have this Diddy list, and you know, again, with that, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are tied to it, especially a lot of celebrities. So it's like, if Kamala doesn't win, we understand the attachment there is with Diddy in the Democratic Party, and again, this is all common sense. But you know, in Usher prime, you know what I mean? It just doesn't look good. So it's like, you know, are they doing deals under the table? I don't know. But it looks a little sad. I think when we look back at the next 5 years on this kind of stuff, we'll be like, what the fuck were y'all doing? But yeah, so, you know, Usher, Eminem, and honestly too, when I see this kind of stuff, I become less of a fan. Snoop Dogg, you know, made a statement, if you vote for Trump, you're a racist.
I think it's safe to say most people in our culture do not.
You need to know that. You need to know that a lot of your fans is racist.
Ain't no fucking way around. Don't even try to put no
I don't
cut.
even want to put anything around it.
I do. I don't give a fuck. I tell him straight up, motherfucker, if you like that nigga, you motherfucking racist. Fuck you and fuck him.
I'm not a racist at all. And everybody has been rapping about Trump, and all of a sudden now everybody's a racist. So if you talked about Trump and wanted to be Trump and now you're saying he's a racist, don't that make you a racist? Overall, the market is crazy. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Some billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, is going to be mixed into the market. And yeah, again, celebrities are going wild, making these crazy statements. Because you gotta put everything into perspective, though. Like I said in the previous video, you got World War III at our front doorstep, war with Iran. Celebrities, in my opinion, are endorsing the wrong candidate that doesn't make any kind of sense and can't articulate a sentence. I don't know. And usually when you look at celebrities, you think that they're smart. You think that they're smart. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I guess, and then two, it tells you a lot, being that these people have so many followers. It's not about they have followers because they're smart themselves. They're just great artists, right? So I think that people can't mix that concept together, right? You can't, and not to say that these people are not smart, but you can't mix intelligence with the art of knowing how to do music, if we're talking about, or do music or know how to act. And I think that that's when people take that, whether a person is funny too, comedians, when you take that just because they have a lot of followers, that does not deem that they're educated, smart, intelligent, business savvy, or just honestly just have a view for where the world is going. I mean, because you think about a person who's just talking about love songs all their life, that's a very niche, type of content, or I guess you can say showcase about a person, you know what I mean? So meaning that for a person to make really good music all their life, does that deem that they know what's best for you? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But but yeah, America is going wild as hell. And it's kind of getting to the point, honestly, being that they're paying for immigration. I said this in my previous video. They're paying for immigration to pretty much have a free lunch. They tax you crazy amount of money, but then they give your tax dollars for other people to have free lunch. Is like, in my opinion, I don't think that people will accept that, much longer. I do feel like there will be a major shift in how people sit back and allow themselves to be mistreated on stuff like that. I really do, because it's just human nature, right? Human nature tells you that people will not commit to an abusive situation, especially when they know that they're getting the short end of the stick, and it's just blatantly in their face. You know what I mean? When you're giving billions and billions of dollars to other people that don't even come from here, that have huge issues, that are bringing that to your home. Kind of crazy. But so I wouldn't be surprised if something shifts and people, I don't know, stop paying taxes. I don't know, people start demanding for more money for their jobs that they're currently at, being that the recent issue that just happened when it came to the ports on the East Coast, everything turning automated. It comes a time where it's like you start to realize that, well, wait a minute, they're not looking out for me, so I got to look out for myself. So it's a very interesting time to be alive. It's a very interesting time speaking on the market and speaking just in day-to-day activity that's going on. As an investor, you definitely want to stay on your toes. You got to be very open. That's why I'm just sharing these videos, to kind of share my perspective on many different angles, to give you, I guess you could say, a better view, an articulated view of how to see the market and just kind of how to move. So it's going to be interesting. But again, at the end of the day, with all that information, you still want to win as an investor. You know what I mean? So regardless of the plays that are going on with Bill Gates being indicted in the Netherlands for the C-19 issue, that was crazy. I did not see that coming. That a country, and again, I think you'll probably want to look more into it, like how they're going to treat the situation with him, whether or not if it's something real. I don't think that they're going to just say you're indicted for no reason, but it's a long time coming, bro. There's so many people online that just call this guy I don't even want to say it on his platform, but yeah, Bill Gates, in my opinion, I don't think that, just coming from the statements and what's going on, Carlo? Coming from the statements of a lot of people and a lot of people sharing, this is the real wolf right here. Coming from the statements from a lot of people, he's doing a lot of dark things. According to other people, he's doing a lot of dark things behind closed doors that are not beneficial to people. I don't know. Just what I keep hearing and what I just keep reading online, and people are pretty adamant about these statements. So, want to see what comes about that. They already raided Dr. Fauci with the same incident. And those, if you guys remember back in 2020, those were the two people that were at the peak of information and, sharing what goes on and how we need to listen and obey and this and that. So it's very interesting to see how that backfire is going to treat those guys. Because being that, they're at the peak, bro. They're at the pinnacle with it when it comes to can't be touched, can't be, harmed or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. Maybe times are changing. Maybe times are shifting. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why they want the Democratic Party to win is because there's a lot of main interest and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a lot of involvement with each other with these, with these topics that we're talking about today. But yeah, so elections are in the next 12 days. It's going to be very interesting to see how this thing goes. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, let me know you guys' point of view about what I talked about. If you guys got any other kind of insight on what you guys think and how this market is going to go, where do you see different opportunities, and we'll go from there.